Hey Squids, it's Hank from Nintendome. Most of you guys probably know about a series on my channel called Squid Science, where I like to look at the effectiveness of techniques and of course abilities. Regardless of what ability I cover, all of my subscribers seem to be extremely interested in the damage up ability, and that's largely because there are still some misconceptions regarding the intended purpose of damage up. Hopefully in this episode of ThInk, I can help clear some of those misconceptions up. A lot of people believe that damage up is useless because it will never reduce the minimum numbers of shots to kill an opponent at full health with a non-charger weapon. For example, a 96 gal deco will never kill in one hit regardless of how many damage up abilities you stack onto your Inkling's gear. So right now you're probably thinking, well, what's the point of damage up then? The first thing to consider is how the damage up ability interacts with the defense up ability. Defense up actually can increase the minimum number of shots to kill for certain weapons. For example, one defense up ability can turn the 52 gal from an easy 2-hit KO into a much more questionable 3-hit KO. The best way to counteract this is with the damage up ability. By using one damage up ability, you are bringing the 52 gal back to that base 2-hit KO, even on opponents with the defense up ability. This little interaction causes something that I like to call damage creeping. Essentially, as more people begin to run more defense up abilities, other people will begin to run more damage up abilities to counter those defense up abilities. Now, damage up is useful on some weapons impacted by defense up solely because defense up is such a common ability. However, the utility damage up provides actually extends beyond this for many weapons. Take rollers and blasters for example. These weapons get range and accuracy buffs from the damage up ability respectively. In the roller's case, it increases the damage of all parts of the roller flick. This means that you can stand farther away and still get a KO with the roller when you're running the damage up ability. In the blaster's case, it increases the splash damage of the blaster pop. That means that you can miss your opponent by a larger amount and still get KOs, effectively decreasing the amount of accuracy required to use that weapon. Damage up is even effective with chargers, as it decreases the amount of charge time required to get a kill. This is especially useful for scoped chargers, as you are not required to fully scope in and limit your field of view if you want to kill an opponent within your range. Damage up can also reduce the number of uncharged shots required to kill an opponent. For example, 3 damage up main abilities and 2 damage up sub abilities can allow the Squiffer to splat opponents with 2 uncharged shots. The damage up ability also impacts sub weapons and special weapons. I found this to be especially useful with burst bombs. I talked about this a little in my burst canceling technique video. Damage up impacts burst bombs in the same way it impacts blasters. While it will never decrease the required number of direct shots to kill, it can decrease the number of indirect splats to kill, and decrease the amount of accuracy required to get those indirect hits. Well guys, I hope that clears everything up for you regarding the damage up ability. Feel free to share this with your friends to help them learn about damage up as well. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.